Hello, everyone. Have you ever wished for something big, something magical, like being able to run as fast as the wind or talk to animals? I know I have. Nice to meet you, by the way. My name is Pinocchio, and I wasn't always a child. Really, I'm not lying. It all began when Geppetto the carpenter carved a wooden puppet. All day long he carved, until the puppet shined in the starlight. If only I had a real son as sweet as this, sighed Geppetto. That night, a blue fairy came in through the window and touched the puppet with her wand. "Tomorrow you will walk and talk," she whispered. "And if you are kind and truthful, you may become a real boy someday." In the morning, my eyes opened. Wow! Do you want to know what happens next? That morning, Father Geppetto and I danced with joy. We sang together to the chirping of a little cricket on the table. "Now go to school like all good boys. Here are some coins to buy books." "Thank you," I said. I wanted to be a kind and truthful puppet. On my way to school, my cricket stood on top of my hat and chirped, and I happily asked everyone, "What is the way to school?" That's when I met the cat and the fox. As it turned out, they weren't so kind, nor were they truthful. Would you trust the cat and the fox? "School," they scorned. "What for? Come to the fair." "Pinocchio, no!" cried the cricket. But I skipped on happily with the fox and cat to the colorful fair. "Tickets!" demanded the fair manager. "I don't have any," I said sadly. "Your pockets were ringing all this time," said the cat cunningly. I took out my coins and bought 3 tickets. What will happen to Pinocchio now? "No, Pinocchio!" I ignored the cricket and walked into the fair. First thing I saw was a puppet show. I'm a puppet too! I jumped on stage. Everyone clapped and threw coins at me. A puppet with no strings! The manager was excited. "This puppet will make me rich!" He grabbed me and threw me in a cage. Through my tears in my eyes, I saw something. The blue fairy. "Help me," I said. "How did you get here?" asked the fairy. "They robbed my coins," I said. My nose began to grow. "They forced me." My nose was so big I couldn't see my cricket anymore. My nose became smaller. I could see the cricket again. The fairy waved her wand and poof, the cage was opened. On my hat was my cricket. In my hands, school books. "Don't forget, be truthful and kind," said the fairy and disappeared. I hurried off to school just as a coachman rushed by. "Where to?" he asked. "School," I proudly cried. "Hop in," he said. After 2 minutes, we stopped by a gate. "Another one?" the gatekeeper cackled. "Pay me for him," demanded the coachman. "This isn't school," said the cricket, though the place was full of children. "It's better than school," said the gatekeeper. "Here children do whatever they want." All around me, children were playing, fun and candy all day long. "Pinocchio, let's get out of here." The cricket begged me and I ignored him. One day, I couldn't see children anymore. Only donkeys. I was changing. "What's happening?" cried the cricket. "I haven't told a lie," I said. "It's not my nose, it's my ears. I'm turning into a donkey." All the games and the candy made children into donkeys for the gatekeeper to sell. So that's why he paid the coachman for me. Will Pinocchio become a donkey instead of a little boy? Let's read on and see. We fled all the way to see. My ears shrunk back to normal. "I've got to find Father Geppetto," I said. "Geppetto?" a porter heard me. "He just sailed off to look for his son." I leaped into the water to look for my father. The cricket jumped after me, but then a whale swallowed both of us. "Are you okay?" I asked my cricket. "Pinocchio?" said a familiar voice in the darkness. "Father?" We danced inside the whale's belly until it had to sneeze. Achoo! We were blown out to shore. And who was there, waiting? The Blue Fairy. "Pinocchio," she touched me with her wand. "You are kind and true and brave enough to change into a real boy." And that is what I am. Have you ever felt a moment so magical, like your heart is bubbling with excitement? I bet you have. I have too. And I sure enjoyed that story. Let's always be brave and kind and tell the truth. Bye-bye for now.